Hello everyone, today we are in the world of tanks. Before we get rolling here, I just wanted to let you know that I made it to tier 10 on my festive atmosphere, which netted me my final female crew member, which I put in my M4, so now I have a total female crew in that. I'm probably going to end up moving them up into my Easy 8 or my Jumbo. We'll see about that. Anyway, as I was saying, tier 10, this was a lot of fun. Wargaming.net really knocked it out of the park with this Christmas thing. It was a lot of fun to do, and the loot boxes were kind of a nice touch. So, but anyway, both the matches you're going to see today are in my German medium. This is a VK30P. It's actually pretty beastly for a medium tank. It's got decent armor. I've actually bounced shots from a T29 on this if I get it at the right angle. I do have an 88mm gun on it. It's got a slow reload, but not too bad, especially with a rammer on it, and I just got my mark of excellence. So anyway, as I was saying, both of the matches are in this, and let's get to it. Alright everybody, this is the Westfield map, as you can see here. I am near the top, which is nice. The only thing higher on the food chain than me is the Tiger 131, which is way up there on the hill. I am going to be running up the south side of the map here, up that hill that you can see in the background. And I'll be switching from free camera mode to in-game camera mode, so you'll see some changes back and forth. Now, I kind of like the free camera mode because I can do this, and it looks really cool, especially when I turn off the overlay. Now I'm following this little light tank, kind of, and there's some more tanks coming. They're just back there's a ways. Gotta get more gerbils on my treadmill here. So I'm back in in-game camera mode. So you're seeing this pretty much as I was playing it right at this moment. Plus, I was the only medium to come up this way. I believe the other one went up the other side of the map. So I take a peek around this corner and I don't see anything. But I see these guys over here going at it, and I see one of them is the T67, and he is out in the open, and so I'm going to try to draw a bead on him. Moving pretty quick. He finally does stop for a second, and he's already pretty hurt, so one shot was all it took. And I do like shooting me a TD. Still not seeing anything down there. I'm going to go into free camera mode. You can see that light tank over there, and then here comes the other two lights I was talking about earlier. I see this PZ-38 coming up and take a shot at him, and I miss horribly. So he dives down out of the way where I can't get at him. And then there's a T-34 I did not see that just rang my bell right there. Didn't do too much damage though. This VK30P has pretty tough armor for a medium tank. And that light tank, driven by, I think it's pronounced Fife, I'm sorry, is just ruining that guy's day. Now I finally spot the T-34, and he's not paying any attention to me. So I put a round into him. Somebody else does too. One of us tracked him. And I put a shot in where I think he was last, but I wasn't sure. And then when I looked later in the results, I had hit him again, and then somebody else finished him off right there. So he was pretty damaged by the time somebody took that last shot. And then I see that light tank take some damage. There's a Skoda up there that I took a running shot at and just missed by a mile. And I want to try to get a bead on him. I don't know what it is with the VK30, but everybody who has a Skoda seems to go after it. I don't know why. Now here comes Wesley in that light tank. It's an M5 Stuart A1. Pat moves up and unfortunately takes a shot that destroys him, which was a pity because he was doing a great job scouting out targets for me. And I just try to stick my nose out, get a shot into the Skoda and strip off almost half of his armor. Wesley moves up a little bit and, I mean, just gets right up in this guy's face. So I move up and I'm thinking this guy's paying attention to him and not me, and I was wrong, and he hits me for a good chunk of damage. 118, still not too bad. I still have more than half my durability. Artillery starts dropping rounds where I was, so I got the hell out of there. And then somebody else took a good chunk out of that Skoda, so he is just literally on his last legs. And I see Wesley here taking a hit. So I come around the corner, he gets another shot into me, I fire back and finish him off. And everybody starts shooting at me at this point. There's artillery, there's a T1 heavy. It just got scary there for a second. So I'm going to go down into the valley and look for their artillery. And Wesley in this light tank, the M5 Stuart, M5A1, goes, scouts the middle. I'm going around the edges because this is kind of where they usually park. It's where I'm used to seeing them anyway on the map, and it turned out I was totally wrong. So pardon the camera jerking around. Let me put it in free camera mode for a minute so you're not, getting epileptic seizures from my camera control. And then we come up this valley, and I didn't see anything, but Wesley spots that birch gun. And so I'm going to try to get an angle at it. Finish it off with one shot. Unfortunately, Wesley got spotted by artillery and they dropped a round on him and destroyed him. So I lost the guy who was doing all the good scouting. Oh, the other guy. So true story. He actually sent me a friend request after this battle. We worked well together. So I hear somebody's on our base. I know our artillery's still out there. It is just the artillery and myself left at this point. So I'm debating about running all the way down there. And whoever is down there is doing that to lure me in. I just know it. And I get all the way down here and everyone's saying I should go cap. So I turn around because it looks like they think they've done their job. Now at this point I have 3 kills under my belt. So win or lose, this was a pretty good match for me. I'm just literally running over everything. And I get almost to the cap, and they get on our cap too. So I'm thinking, really, and this is the VK30, and it's pretty fast. You can see me cussing down there in chat. So I'm going to turn around and go back because they already got a jump start on us, and then he gets off. So I go back and sit on there. So at this point, I now have, at least I think, an advantage in the fact that I got to their cap first, and now they have to come to me. At least that's what I was thinking at the time. So I find myself in a nice little corner next to this house where I'm kind of tucked in. I see they jumping on our cap again, but I'm kind of ignoring it at this point because we got a good enough start. So I know there's at least one tank or something along the way. That artillery took a random shot and missed. I don't even know if he saw me at this point. And I take a shot at him, and so he now knows I know he's there. Hopefully that made grammatical sense. But it's just a really light artillery. I nicked him on the corner and destroyed him. And at this point, I realized there are now 2 tanks sitting on our cap. So it's got to be the artillery and that T1 Heavy. And I don't think the T1 Heavy had that much in the way of damage. I was thinking maybe I had enough head start, and then I realized I'm not even close. And I started moving toward their cap, and I realized that's about this point that I am just not going to make it no matter how fast the VK-30 is. And I'm actually typing in chat at this point, and so don't be too surprised when I run into this wall. So, and that was the end of the match. It was a loss. I still got 4 kills, so it wasn't too bad. I really wish we would have won it, though. Alright, well, for a loss, I didn't do too badly. I did over 1,000 points of damage. I did get that T-34 twice, as I said earlier, and got the artillery. I got Pachuchi's medal for the number of kills and my fire for effect, my sharpshooter, and my fighter. And I also got Mastery Badge 2nd class, and I was top kills and top damage. And you can see right there, I got that friend request from Wesley, so I accepted it and then ended up sending him a message thanking him for his help. That match was a lot of fun, thanks to him and the other gentleman in the light tank. Hello everyone, this is the Siegfried Line map. I am once again in my VK-30. This was a very good match for me. I'm not going to spoil it, I'll just let you watch. Not one of my favorite maps because it's a kind of odd mixture of just open country and city. And honest to God, even though I am near the top as far as tiers, I didn't think I was going to do this well. Let me do something here real quick so you can see what I'm fighting with. Okay, there we go. See, there's that Tiger 131. Let me go into free mode right there. That is the only tank that is higher rated than mine. Okay. You see that Luke's and that Covenanter pop up. Covenanter is one of my favorite light tanks to play, by the way. I need to get the Luke's just because there's a lot. I don't know how do you pronounce that. I have the tank before that. I haven't picked that one up yet, but I want to play it just because it looks like fun. And I see a Matilda. Let me go free mode right here, and a Panzer 38 over there. And I kind of wanted to find cover because I was out in the open. And then I see that M6, and I'm like, oh crap! And then so I dive below where he can shoot at me. So I'm kind of sitting in this corner hoping I can get a shot at something. And that Luke sticks out, and I thought I'd let him enough and just missed him. And then that Covenanter, I'm waiting for my reload. And instead of hit him in the body, I hit him in the treads. And then he dives for cover. That Matilda's not stupid enough to stick his head out. So not feeling real comfortable sitting here, just because I am still kind of out in the open. I didn't want to back up any further because I know that M6 is sitting there. So I take a quick chance, do a loop around, realize that M6 can kind of see me, so I'm trying to keep low. And then realize he can still kind of see me. My turret might be sticking up, so I decided to tuck in close to this wall. And I wanted to pop out, take a poke at him, because I thought he was paying attention to that other tank, but I wasn't sure. Here, let me go into free mode. I can't really see where his turret's pointed at. But he starts backing up. And back and forth a little bit, and I'm still having commitment issues here. It's like, do I want to stick my nose out there, take a shot at him? There's nobody else here to back me up. Birdie King is around the corner. He was playing peekaboo with him, but then I think he moved off. So I said, screw it, and decided to move in on him. And that turned out to... Somebody hit me with artillery, or I got splash damage from it. And then I realized he's not really paying me any attention. So I hit him in the treads, because I, panic fired. So I realized he's not paying any attention to me, so I shoot him and set him on fire. But he's still not paying me any attention. Or at least not enough. Too little, too late. So there's my first kill of this match. This is part of the reason I don't stream this, even though I kind of want to, is because I jerk this mouse around a lot looking for targets. And I see this Luke's pop up, and I thought, oh, okay, I can go finish him real quick. And as you can see, I am like a fraction of a second too late. And we are just steamrolling these guys, and I was trying to see if I could get a bead on that artillery, but I didn't want to stick my nose into that alley too far. I realized he's out of the sight. Panicked for a little bit because I saw that SU-85 over there. Drove across the map. Drove by my first kill there. I'm going to go into free camera mode here real quick. And I see that VK-30. And I blow his tread off and do a lot of damage, and thought he got a shot into me before I backed up, but he didn't do that much damage. So I moved back in and take another poke at him and destroy him. Now I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have, and there's a destroyer TD of that SU-85 I was talking about. And so I backed up, and then I see that AMX who takes a shot at me, and he actually did more damage than anybody else so far in the game. And I was too slow to get up on him. And I realized that they're both moving up on me, and so I back way off. Take a shot at that T-34. He starts dueling with somebody else, and I realized that that TD was trying to sneak up on me. So I took a chance, waited for my reload, pulled out, and just let him have it. I've learned to, if I'm shooting them from the front, I've learned not to shoot dead center, but off to either side. That's a soft spot on the front. And I see that T-34, and I shoot a friggin' column in the way. And he's pretty damaged. And he gets shredded by somebody else, so I want to finish this AMX who's just been haunting me. Also, there was another tank coming up behind me. He shoots at me, misses, pays for it. So basically, I just drove around the block shooting things. So right there's 4 kills. And I see that T-21, I think, was trying to sneak up on me. He starts squaring off with another light tank. I move up behind him, let him have it right in the butt. And that's it. We are out of other tanks to kill. It was a great match. Great match. Alright, as you saw, I did very well. I got 5 kills. I did 1,280 points of damage. Got the M6, the T-21, the VK-30, the SU-85, and the AMX. Got a shot into the Covenanter's treads, damaged it. Pity I didn't hit the bottom, because I can usually turn those inside out with one shot from the 88mm. I got my Bruiser. I got my Fire for Effect. I got my Duelist, my Master Gunner, my Battle Buddy ribbon, and of course my Fighter, and I got my Mastery Badge 2nd class in that. I would have thought I had done better. Did top damage and top kills in that match, so I did pretty well. Well, you saw in both matches I did pretty well. I had a lot of fun, particularly in the first one, even though it was a loss. I had really good team members. There was Feepat and Wesley and their light tanks, doing what light tanks are supposed to do, and that's out there scouting, spotting, and harassing. They did a great job. It's what I like to do when I play a light tank, and I will occasionally. I mentioned in the second match that I wanted to get my Lukes or Lux or whatever you want to pronounce, however you want to pronounce it, and I got it, played a couple matches in it, and decided I really don't like it. I actually prefer my my tier 2 German tank instead, just as fast, and it does a heck of a lot of damage with this with that flak cannon. I don't know what it is about the looks I don't like. I just really can't say. But I did have a ton of fun playing in this. It was nice, as I was saying, having good teammates. Wesley and Pat, if you are watching this, thank you. You guys made that game for me. So anyway, I'm going to be cutting back a little bit on the World of Tanks. I play it a little too much, and it's hard not to, especially when I have subscribers and members of my Discord that like to play with me. They're in fact in my clan. And so I do quite a bit of it. But instead, I'm going to be doing some more Nier Automata here in the near future, and some Sword Coast Legends. So keep an eye out for those. And I will see you all at the next Let's Play.